You may not believe this. I have had 4 car wrecks in my life, and I'm deeply grateful that I have no scratch or scars from any of them. However, I have crashed many times emotionally, and I do have some scars from them, but you can't see them. The title of my speech is Drive Again. And this is not about my driving, nor your driving. This is about your drive. What is drive? What is your drive? Drive is defined by Mercer, Webster, and Meredith's dictionary about the force on an activity. In other words, the urge to move, to do something. This is a sincere invitation to travel to the unknown, to reach different grounds and live a better and fulfilled life. How to do that? Where you can find your drive? Well, very easy. 2 different steps. There are many ways, and today I will show you one of them. 2 steps. The first one is to identify and break the patterns of bad habits. How do you do that? You can start with a graph like this. And 4 different types of activities, personal experiences. The first one is about how do you feel, whether or is bad or good for you, or whether or bad is good for everybody else. Activities type 1 is the ones that are the ones that are feeling good about it, are good for you, and good for everything else. What type of activities are those? Studying, learning, good nutrition, Toastmasters, you name it. Activities 3 are the ones that you feel good doing, or are not good for you, and nor for everything else. How about smoking, overeating, negative emotional patterns, resting too much, watching too much television? Activities type 4 are the ones that you don't feel good about it, are not good for you, nor for everything else. When you are here, you have a problem because it's a vice. How do you break a bad habit? Well, by the way, habit comes from the Latin word habitare, which means to dwell on, to stay in. Makes sense. How do you break it? There are 2 ways to do it. Either by force or by conviction, willpower. When you want to break something, you have willpower, you are convinced, you are resolved, you want to do better because you have a must. When it is by force, then is when you either crashed, you were diagnosed, a separation, you name it, you had to do something. You get the wake-up call, in other words. Now, nobody volunteers to have a wake-up call, right? So, how do we get into the willpower? It's very easy. 2 steps, or 2 things to do. We talked already about the step number 1, identifying the bad habit. The second step is about driving your car. What do I mean with that? CAR. Challenge, action, result. Put together a list, or 3 or 5 or more, at the worst situations in your life that you have succeeded. Describe briefly what you did, what actions you took, and what were the results of each one of them. When you are done, Find a quiet place and ask yourself, while I was doing all this, resolving problems or facing the challenges, how did I walk? How did I talk to myself? What was about me? When you did this exercise and go through all the activities you did, do it everything till you start to feel something. And you know what? That's your drive. Now look, I am not saying to recreate the past. All I am saying is to bring the emotion and the notion of those activities that you did. Started with you. You see, with that, you can break the habit. Most people, they go through their lives living the same emotion day after day. Most likely, their bodies and their long-term memory is in line. Therefore, their future is very predictable. Imagine your future self achieving better states of being. Do this today, before you go to bed. Identify the negative patterns. Put together the list of those things you achieved. Look and break the bad habit. Face your current problem. You'll have a completely different view of it and get to do it. If you do this for several days, dear Toastmasters and members and most welcome guests, you will see miracles happen. Guaranteed. Be prepared. Now, drive again. Go to that unknown land you don't know yet. There to grab the bull by the horns and face the challenge. Become the person you long to be. There to do it. Do it again. I love the quote from Andrew Carnegie. He said, if you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hopes. Drive again. That's